10 minutes to go, everybody. Hope you're all plating by now.
Everything's going wrong. Everything that's gone wrong has gone wrong. I'm gonna have to... Oh, yeah, Len, sorry, mate. I'm gonna have to ditch that one. The cream and the milk are separated, so my panna cotta's split. It was just one of those days in the kitchen. When one thing goes, everything seems to go.
With 10 minutes left on the clock and everyone's still trying to get their dishes forward, I just decide to, you know, do what I usually do and clean up, and everyone's still like mixing, beating, plating, warming, cooking, you know, and I'm just like, maybe this isn't enough. Like, am I supposed to be still cooking?
See what's happening, mate?
Saggy and sad and hasn't come through as I'd like it to have, but it's solid.
That's the terrine, huh?
It's trying to be.
You don't really have any options now, mate. I just carry on. You've only got like 6 minutes to go. Let's just hope it's not 6 minutes to go on MasterChef now. Come on. Come on, everybody. 5 minutes. Focus. Get us some food up.
I realise that there's an issue with panna cotta and it's hard. I've made panna cotta many times and I'm gutted.
No way. My terrine wasn't really working out the way that I wanted it to, and I didn't really have much of a backup plan.
Yes, there's one dish I'm not looking forward to eating, I must admit it's that one.
Okay, guys, 2 minutes to go. Just 2 minutes.
They called 2 minutes to go. Grabbed a plate for my dessert. You know, I started plating it up. It looked beautiful, and just completely slipped my mind about the pureed dates that I'd made, which was basically the hero of the dessert.
Come on, Chelsea, you can do it. You've got less than a minute.
I know.
Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step away from the bench.
Actually, I'm pretty happy because there was a minute there where I didn't think I was going to be able to plate everything, but I got 3 plates up, so yes.
The terrine didn't work out how I wanted it to. It looks like a bush on the plate, but I hope the flavours are all there and it tastes like a...
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with everything. I actually am eagerly awaiting judging, you know, just to see what they think.
Taking the dishes up for tasting, there's, you know, 6 of them sitting up there. It's even more daunting than usual.
Chelsea, tell us about your dishes.
For an entree, we have a salmon tartare with quail egg and salmon caviar. For a main, we have crispy skinned snapper on golden kumara puree. And for dessert, rich chocolate tart with orange and pomegranate sauce.
How do you think you've done?
I worked my butt off today and I think I've got some pretty good looking dishes to show for it.
Well, I've got to agree so far, so we'll have a taste. You go and grab a seat.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Presentation-wise, I think it's clean, it's neat, it's tidy, and everything looks restaurant standard.
I agree. I think they all look good. I think the salmon tartare looks attractive, really tasty, packed full of flavour, something you'd want to demolish in a heartbeat.
I think this snapper is well cooked. Its skin inside is crisp.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's cooked it really nicely. I like the progression of different tastes. I think she's made a really good job of it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
That half a tart's just about all gone, Josh.
I could eat 2 of those tarts easily. And normally chocolate tarts are too rich to eat. She's managed to get it extremely light. As I said, I could easily eat 2 of them.
Technically, it's really good. You know, to pull that off, the pastry is perfectly cooked. I'd be happy with that if I had that in a restaurant.
I'm pretty bummed out about the panna cotta. It's a little bit too hard. I know that's going to be criticised, so I'm slightly nervous.
For my entree, it's seared scallops on creamed sweet corn with a coriander pesto. For my main, pan-fried snapper on a chorizo mash with blanched asparagus. And my dessert is a macadamia vanilla panna cotta with a marmalade syrup.
All right, grab a seat and
Okay.
we'll taste this.
We've got gelatine issues here. You know, I love panna cottas, but look at this one. You could bounce it around the kitchen if you wanted to. Something went badly wrong here.
Well, Anna's starter, I think she's done a wonderful job. Quite small, but it's packed full of flavour. The sweet corn's like sort of hachée, really. It's like it's just been pureed a little bit. It's creamy, it's sweet, it's delicious. The scallops are really nicely cooked. And then she's finished the whole thing off with a little coriander pesto, which lifts it, doesn't it, Hayden?
Yeah, definitely. It's full of flavour. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Asparagus sort of looks lonely and wrong part out on the edge of the plate. But by crikey, you wouldn't want to leave them off the plate. They tasted fantastic.
Yeah, I think chorizo match works. The snapper on top, and if the asparagus was on top of this dish, I think it'd be an absolute ripper.
Okay, Charlene, what have you got for us?
For entree, I've got what I'm calling a seafood stack. Mussel, prawns and scallops with some salmon caviar. For main, it's roast pork on a coumarin butternut squash mash with a beetroot and rhubarb puree. And for dessert, it's a walnut and maple syrup stuffed poached pear, red wine reduction with a maple and vanilla cream.
Was this your plan A or plan B pork?
This was my plan B pork.
Right. Well, leave us to have a taste, Charlene. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Okay, Hayden, what do you think of Charlene's starter?
The prawn was cooked perfect, and the mussel was cooked right, and the scallop, and the roe, but that's really much all it was.
You know, she had 15 minutes to spare. I'd expect a little bit more depth of flavour in here and something a little bit more interesting.
I'm not too sure where she was going with the pork. As a vegetarian dish, would have been sensational. Boiling pork in water, taking all of the flavour out of it, and then putting some crispy crackling on top of it. It worries me.
The pork is bad, but like you said, if she'd just left that off, I think we'd both be raving about this dish as one of the best dishes of the day.
Absolutely.
Comments, Makoto?
Color combination is good, but it's, for me, to be honest, taste nothing.
I think she's had a bit of a shocker, and what's worse, she stood around for 15 minutes. I don't think she's used her time wisely, and I think the sort of food shows that.
It's a real shame.
Okay, Tony, it's your turn.
Today just seemed to work out pretty well for me. Pretty pleased overall, pretty pleased with the challenge, and I really saw it as an opportunity for me to possibly shine, which I've failed to do all competition.
How you doing, Tony?
Not too bad.
Good. So give me the restaurant description of your dishes.
Okay, for the entree we have a cannelloni of cucumber with crab, creme fraiche, a tartare of scallop and hapuka with wasabi mayo. For the main we have a sesame soy ginger glazed salmon with a quail egg and crab broth chawamushi, scallop on potato latke and salmon skin crisp. For dessert we have a cinnamon sugar poached pear with strawberry creme fraiche, also a parfait of raspberry and pomegranate with pistachio and sugar crumble.
This all looks fantastic to me. I think you've done a really great job on the presentation. It looks like restaurant-style food.
Excellent, please enjoy.
The flavours work really well together. Crab's delicious, crab and cucumber.
Out of all the dishes I've seen, visually, that's a restaurant dish right there.
The Japanese custard is delicious. The salmon's perfectly cooked. The saltiness of the sauce works with it all. The degree of cooking on the scallop is sensational.
And the salmon skin, which is notorious for being horrible, is a great element in garnish. Hats off to him, well done.
Okay, Makoto, what do you think?
I think it's good balance with raspberry and it's crumbed.
Yeah, I agree. Has a very strong raspberry flavour. I love it. He's done a beautiful job.
Oh, I reckon he's on fire.
Those are 3 restaurant dishes right there.
Excellent, no?
Yeah.
Great effort.